Welcome to yet another episode of Social Ideologies with Ruku, best known as Socio Ideo with Ruku, a series that aims to prove how reality truly fits an ideology. I am Ruku Niti, and this is a Girls of Voices production. In today's episode, we are going to be discussing the topic, those who have it. Now, those who have it is a term that's used to explain or to describe people who have money, not just money, but lots of money. So when we are saying those who have it, we're looking at people who are rich. And in today's episode, we're going to be discussing the various ideologies that surround people that have money within our society. So there's this thing whereby the moment one person works hard and becomes very rich, people tend to say, she's a Satanist, she's a witch, she's a Satanist, she killed her mother, she killed this person in order to obtain all this wealth. She's not a good person just because they have the money. So the moment I have money, it's immediately demonized and I'm classified into this group of bad people within life, people who actually become successful not through hard work but through bad behavior, through Satanism. We tend to then look at money like this bad omen that comes with bad behavior. Another ideology concerning those who have it that exists within our societies is that we need to shun the rich. By shun the rich, I mean we need to stigmatize them. We cannot associate with them. Even be it in schools, you find that children who come from more privileged homes that are filthy rich, they tend to be stigmatized, they tend to be shunned out. It's not everyone who talks to them because society has simply given us this idea that they're not, we treat them like they're not human as much as every other person who maybe comes from an average family or who simply comes from a poor family, because now we treat them like they are these aliens from some other planet, if I must say. So there's this whole idea where we say, they are just not good enough to be associated. If you're a woman and you're rich, it's believed that it's going to be very difficult for you to find a life partner because you're rich. Now, this ideology has terrified a lot of women within societies, and a lot of people have settled for first finding a life partner and getting married before they actually chase their dreams and get successful, because society tells them that the moment you're rich, no man wants you. The moment you're rich, every man is terrified of you, because it's believed that once a woman is rich, she won't be able to submit to her husband. She now wants to be the boss of the relationship, the man of the house, which is simply an ideology, because there are a lot of married people who then found their life partners and who are happily married. There are certain societies where, okay, fine, she might decide she is filthy rich, so she's going to marry someone who's as rich as she is, and that works for her. Or some will even marry someone who is not as rich as they are, but because love conquers all, they still succeed and they still manage to make the marriage work while being successful together. Now society has simply made women be terrified of success. Now you find that if a man is successful before he gets married, he's told that's the way to go, that's how it should be done, you should be successful, you should be filthy rich before getting a wife, that way you find a good wife. But when it comes to women, it's now vice versa. You need to be poor, you need to be successful before finding a life partner, or else if you're successful, you're not going to find a life partner, which is simply double standard. Ideology that they are not supposed to talk about their lives, as that is viewed as show off. So you find that in life we all talk about our lives. It's in human nature for me to be maybe talking to someone I've met, maybe talking to my workmate, and then I explain to them, on this day this happened, because it's human nature to share what's going on within our lives. But now, the moment you have money and you're rich, because you have it, you're expected not to talk about your life, because the moment you start talking about your life, it's viewed as show off. Now let's move on to reasons why all those ideologies concerning those who have it need to go. The first reason is because now one is put in a position where they need to choose between being successful and family and friends. Now I have to choose between chasing after my dreams and becoming successful and sticking to my family, having my family around, having society have my back, having society accept me, because I know that the moment I become successful and feel the rich, then society is going to shun me out, society is going to stigmatize me, society is going to demonize me. Thank you for watching this episode on Those Who Have It. If you like me or what I was talking about, then do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Girls of Voices, Girls with a Z. You could also find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The name still stands as Girls of Voices. Remember, Girls with a Z. It's time for us as society to move away from this behavior where we are two-faced because we smile and want money, but at the same time we tend to frown and demonize those with money. It's time to stop treating wealth and riches like it's this form of chronic disease that one should try and avoid. It's time to start teaching even the girl child that they can go about life the way they want. They don't need to graduate and then get married in order to start being successful, but they can be successful even before finding a life partner. It's time we as society learn how to balance between society, between family, between friends and wealth. It's time we stop stigmatizing and demonizing those with money. I am Ruku. Thank you for watching Socio Ideo with Ruku. Join me next time as we continue to unpack with various ideologies that exist within our societies but that are usually unaddressed. Until then, goodbye.